Welcome to Project CBNews. My name is Lindy Shabangu. Today we are at the opening of the most amazing photo gallery and art exhibition right here in Meyerton, the heart of the DA. Today we are going to be specifically chatting to Elsje van Zyl. And what caught my eye are these two pictures all about the Ukraine. Now, we do know what the situation in the Ukraine currently is all about, and we do keep on praying for the people in the Ukraine. But for now, let's enjoy the gallery and see what Ligkuns has got in store for us. So we are at Ligkuns and we are about to chat to the entrepreneur, the beautiful Elsje van Zyl. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Elsje, now let's take a little bit of a step back. I always am intrigued about who people are and the success they have made of themselves. So just tell the listener and the viewer about who you are.
Well, first of all, I'm a woman. First thing I can think of.
How much a woman?
A mom and an artist and a nature lover. Yes, basically, that's me.
An entrepreneur at that.
Yes, also that.
What made you become an entrepreneur?
Well, it kind of just happened to me. It wasn't a choice. Since I was very little, I would just make stuff and sell it. So I wanted to buy a camera when I was really little, and I started making fudge. And I was at the art school at that stage in Johannesburg, in the Braamfontein, and my fudge was so famous with the ballerinas. And I made enough money to buy my first still camera, yeah.
It's fantastic. So you bought your still camera. Why the arts? Why the photography and not drama and not, anything else like film?
I think I never was a outgoing person. I'm quite shy. It took me a while to learn to voice myself. And I think through my art, I had a voice.
And we were chatting a little bit earlier about your voice through the lenses, which actually caught my eye, the photographs that you took in 1998 in the Ukraine. Take us a little bit about what was happening in 1998 and what made you capture those memories.
Well, we were invited through my mom's theater to go to the Ukraine with her puppets to help the Ukrainians, which was just, they were free of the Russian Bevint. Sorry, I'm going to mix my... Yes, so they were busy creating, they wanted to make new traditions for themselves, and they invited a bunch of theatre performing artists to come and do shows. So we met a bunch of amazing artists from all over the world, and we performed the Nativity with marionettes. And there we traveled through Kiev up to Lutsk. Yeah.
And how was that experience for you?
Very different to what we know from this country, which is always sunny and vibrant and loud. There we had cold and quiet because people didn't talk a lot. They were quiet on the trains and very well behaved, and so that was, different.
That was a shocker from the vibrancy of South Africa, right?
Yes, that's true. But in that also amazingly a deep kind of Ukrainian traditions that we were exposed to. Yeah.
Let's come back to your business. So you have decided to launch Ligkuns. Why now and why in Meyerton?
I've always done art, different mediums. I'm not just a photographer. I sketch, I draw, I love music, and I love art so much that I wanted to help other artists also in this area. And we didn't have a platform at all to showcase our art and young artists. And I saw that this space, and I just felt the space and that I want to do it now. And before now, I couldn't do it. I was raising 4 kids. So I just didn't have the time, but my kids are growing up. And I just thought now is the time.
Now is the time, indeed. But as an entrepreneur, what hurdles have you come across?
Well, it's the not knowing. Especially where we are now. Life is always tricky, but there is a war going on. We've had COVID. Life as we know it has changed so much, and it's just taking a leap of faith and just doing it.
What would you say to the entrepreneur that's out there who is an artist and wants to follow in your footsteps?
Never give up. And if you have bad days, get up in the morning, paint your face, put on something awesome, and you'll start feeling better.
That's what I like to hear. But before we round off, apparently there's some magic and a beautiful story behind the charcoal that you use to sketch.
Yes. So I recently learned a new sketching technique through a very good and well-known artist, Shani Krebs. And he learned it, or het het geleer, while he was in prison in Thailand from a Chinese guy. So I just fell in love with this medium. And it is not sketching with a pencil or a charcoal. You use the charcoal dust.
Okay.
And you use Chinese brushes of different thickness to draw with.
Where do you get Chinese brushes from?
From Shani. I suppose you can use other brushes as well, but those work the best.
Is it?
Yeah, certainly.
So art as a whole is the passion and the love of your life. That comes after your children and your husband, of course. But what other passions do you have?
Sure. I love my horse. I love my dogs, my cat. I love nature. I swim. I did synchronized swimming when I was younger, and I even studied now to be a coach, and I had to choose between coaching synchronized swimming, which is also an art, and this. So I would hope to maybe start that up in the Vaal Triangle. I don't know if I have time after this.
Trust me, synchronized swimming, when I was in standard 6, I tried it and I nearly drowned. So kudos to you. Well done, congratulations, and hope to see much, much more of your interviews and your paintings.
Thank you so much.
And that's how we wrap up our conversation right here on Project CB with Elsje van Zyl. The photographs, you'll see a panoramic view of them right now as we go around the gallery. But it is so amazing. It is the stories behind it. I mean, there's a picture, a photograph of 3 eggs. Now, for you, it might just be 3 eggs in a basket, but for me, it boils down to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. When it brings life, those 3 together make one God. And that's how we wrap up Project CB News.